Hello and welcome to this healing, clearing, alchemization for the ancestral wound of attracting unwanted attention, which encourages us to falsify our self-expression. I invite you to find a comfortable, quiet place where you will not be interrupted. Take a seat or lie down, and bringing your attention to the top of your head, you begin to relax as you let go of any anxiety or stress, worries or fears that you may be holding on to. Allowing yourself to sink down into the chair or wherever you may be lying. Relaxing more your mind, your body. Feeling your shoulders release tension. Letting your abdomen go. Releasing any stress or tension you've been holding. And allowing yourself to make that connection to Mother Earth through the soles of your feet. Allowing those roots at the bottom of your feet to travel down, down, down to the centre of Mother Earth. Grounding you, centering you. And if you haven't done so already, you can close your eyes and take 3 or 4 nice deep breaths. And as you open the cinema screen of your mind, you find yourself in the representation of your inner sanctuary. You are immediately transported to a place where you feel safe, where you know you will not be disturbed, and where you can allow the cleansing and healing that is meant for you today to take place, with the full support of your spiritual support team and any archangels, ascended masters, ancestors or star ancestors who also wish to assist you with this journey today. They are gathering around you now in your inner sanctuary, protecting you above, below and on all sides. And your inner sanctuary can be a room that you are familiar with, a place that you have visited that immediately gives you a sense of knowing, belonging. So although this is an inner sanctuary, if your inner sanctuary takes you to a garden or an outdoor place, then that's completely fine. Just know that you need to find a corner of this place or a shelf or a bench or something where you will be able to sit and write. So you let your subconscious do the work on that, providing that space if it is not already there. And so this inner sanctum was just asking you just to make any small adjustments that need to be made. Do you need to dust any objects or move any objects or remove any objects? And if you do need to remove anything from your inner sanctuary, then they automatically just disappear. They're dealt with. But maybe you need to rearrange some things here in this space. Create a different order. Maybe things have become stagnant or heavy or even dark. Do you need to provide some light here in your inner sanctuary? And once again, even if this is an outdoor space that you have been led to, then these things automatically happen in the right order, in the right sequence. Just as though there is a cosmic rearrangement of things to bring them into the correct order for you right now, right here in this place. And you are now invited to take a seat at the desk or the seat, whichever arrangement has been made for you, so that you can write something. And you open the drawer of the desk and there is a pad of writing paper and there is a pen of your choice. Maybe it's in a particular colour. It may be interesting to know is that you've picked a particular colour to write in. And the paper is of your choosing. It can be modern, bright white, or ancient and yellowing and crinkled. Or maybe you even you feel more comfortable today writing on a laptop or a computer. It doesn't matter, it's whatever's right for you today. And the invitation is to write down and just recall without any particular connection to these events or instances that are going to be called from your subconscious. Any particular times in history, this lifetime or another, where you have received unwanted attention. And so it may not be that you are describing the event or even writing what the event is. And in fact, it could be a series of numbers or symbols, because there are certain particular events that your team in spirit will want to protect you from experiencing or going through again or having any particular emotion around. This will all be dealt with in a different dimension, so it's perfectly safe for you to recall them but not experience them, and even in some occasions not to know what they are. So you write down, and you are either numbering them or lettering them or finding your own sequence of writing them down, or even, as I say, just noting them down. Maybe you have your own particular shorthand which appears in a series of numbers or symbols or colours or shades. This is no ordinary desk, it's no ordinary writing paper or implement. So just allow your subconscious to do whatever it is asked of, with the guidance and protection of your spiritual support team and those who are here to support you on this exercise today. So you write as many of them as there are. You just find a way to recall them as is seen fit for you to do so. And so this might include times when you received unwanted attention for doing something good, but then also times when you received unwanted attention for your perception of doing something bad. And perhaps that unwanted attention then had an impact on someone else. And the impact on someone else was that they became ill or stressed or angry or emotional because of the type of self-expression that you were given to doing, whether yours was an emotional outburst or you went and did something that in your eyes was perfectly okay, but in everyone else's eyes was deemed to be unacceptable. So this has led you to not wanting that kind of attention, even if that expression was just an expression of yourself or expression of your creativity. It was dampened down, it was deemed as unacceptable. And this is the limiting belief program that has been running. And maybe the reason that you received unwanted attention was because you were perfectly fine expressing yourself, but other people maybe took the mickey out of you or bullied you or gave you some indication that what you were saying or what you were doing wasn't seen as normal, it was seen as weird, or it was just something that they thought was unacceptable. And so you've been retreating or holding back because you don't want that kind of attention. That kind of attention made you feel sad or lonely, or that people didn't like you, or they even hated you. And it's perfectly safe to explore these things without becoming too attached or involved in them. You're just aware of them. You're just aware that these things may have happened. And then there is the unwanted attention from doing what you came to do in service as a healer, as a priestess, as a goddess, as a medicine woman. There's the many different varying types, the long list, the long line of people and ancestors of yours that have fulfilled those roles, and with each role they've received unwanted, unpleasant attention to the point where it has been a never-ending stream of not being able to do this particular thing in service without unwanted attention, with the ultimate penalty being your own death or the betrayal of people who are close to you, of family, friends, sisters, brothers. And so you just make a note or a mark of this as well. And so you have this list, this list which seems to be, growing. And there is also the unwanted attention of whether it's you're identifying as male or female, predators who are looking to exploit what you have, the particular gifts that you have, and maybe these are particular gifts of women. And so perhaps you have in the past attracted unwanted attention from people who could be seen taking advantage of you. So you add these to the list. Until you feel as though the list is whole and complete. And there will be a point at which you stop. And now you have this list and you roll up the paper as though it is now a scroll, or you print it out. If you've been doing it on a computer or a laptop, you have a printer that is there ready for you to use, so you print it out and you roll it up into a scroll. Or if you've got more than one page, you've got multiple scrolls that you want to have in your hands, and you now go into the drawer and you tie them up with ribbon. So there are different colours of ribbon that you find in the drawer. You pick a colour. Maybe you want to notice, is the colour, is it the same as you wrote with? Is it a different colour? What kind of meaning does this colour maybe attach to your particular list? So you tie up as many of the scrolls as you have with the different coloured ribbons. It doesn't matter how you tie it. It might be a knot, might be a ribbon. You might just loosely hang it round. That's completely fine. And then now you are going to, there is within your inner sanctuary, whether this is always there or not, is a hearth, a log burning hearth with a fire guard. And it has been flaming away in the background, and it's now ready for you. So you stand in front of this hearth, and you remove the fire guard. You stand in front of the hearth, and you stand on a particular place in front of the hearth. So there is a particular, X marks the spot, or a circle, or just something to indicate where to stand in particular. And this is because this is going to be a place where the energies are released into Mother Earth, and also into the cosmic system. So you carefully place your scrolls into the fireplace. Of course, this is no ordinary fireplace, so it may crackle and flame and just crinkle up all of the paper. But for a moment, they are just sitting on top of the logs and just waiting for you to be completely ready to release. So that we are now releasing all of these instances, experience, events, of unwanted attention, which has encouraged us or pushed us into falsifying our self-expression, so that we are not speaking in our true voice, we are not speaking in our authentic voice, we are not using our authenticness, as much as we try, as much as we want to, these instances, experiences, events, past lives, prevent us from doing so. And so we're now releasing them in their fullness as the flames begin to grow and they engulf the scrolls and everything that has been placed there by yourself. And as the scrolls are beginning to turn into ember, turn into ashes, you find where in your bodies you are releasing these. So they will be released from your sacral center of creativity and self-expression. They will be released from your solar plexus, where you have been holding these fears of allowing that full expression of authenticity, and they will be released from your throat and your throat chakra, shoulders and neck, where you have not allowed, or have feel like you have not been allowed to have that true expression of self-expression, creativity, and therefore you have been falsifying, giving a false truth of your self-expression. As much as you believe that you haven't, there it is. It's been here, and it is now gently being released into Mother Earth and into the cosmic system. And so it is being extracted and released and transcended and alchemized in whichever way it is seen fit to do so. So you feel it being removed from all of those chakras, from all of your bodies, from all of your energy fields, quantum fields, physical fields, karmic fields. Your blood, your bones, your cells, your muscles, your DNA. All soul lifetimes, leaving the learning intact, all timelines, past, future, present. It's a deep release, it's a deep cleanse, it's a deep healing. And there is also patterns where you have craved a certain kind of attention in order to validate yourself on an external level. This validation has served to feed the ego, to feed the mind, so that when we do not receive this kind of attention, we are nothing, we are nobody. Releasing these patterns, conditioning, beliefs, letting the energetic charge out of them. Eventually, the fire starts to die down, and you will feel the shifts of those energies begin to slow, begin to come to a stop. And you return to your desk just for a few moments to grab a new sheet of paper, a new pen, and just to bring to the surface not a huge list, just maybe 3 or 4 things that you can now focus on, having released all of these limitations, patterns collectively, individually. What you are aligned with expressing, what method that will take, and anything else that you need to do, any other healing work that you need to do in order to make those adjustments for that to happen. So you're just writing 3 or 4 things. So this particular scroll is now going to be rolled up and placed back into the drawer for safekeeping, but also for you to refer back to. So if it's placed, so if you've been doing on a laptop or a computer, just saving this file, whatever you want to save it as, self-expression, creativity, authenticity. So you just place that into one of the drawers or into the drawer that's been made available to you. And it's now there for you to refer back to if you want to come back to it for more detail, more information. And so the gentle ripples of energy releasing have now come to a complete stop. And you allow yourself to come back to the present moment, back to the room you're in. Bringing attention to your body, connecting with the surface of the chair or the bed, wherever you may be seated or lying. Bringing your attention back to your breath. Moving slowly, gently, clenching and unclenching your fists and your toes. And when you are ready, in your own time, you can open your eyes.